Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Faith. Thank you so much for being here. If as you watch, you like what you see, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. All you have to do is hit the red subscribe button. So today we are testing out a Tarte Shape Tape
Imposter.
I saw the Nabla Cosmetics promo photo on Instagram a few weeks ago and legitimately didn't realize it was Nabla Cosmetics. I thought that it was Tarte Shape Tape, but maybe like a special edition packaging, or like maybe they changed the packaging just slightly. And when I saw that it was a completely different brand other than Tarte, my jaw dropped. Like, I couldn't believe how close the packaging is. Like, to me, you can't help but compare these and look at them both and just think, why? I've never tried anything from Nabla Cosmetics before, but I have heard of them. I've seen YouTube videos of their makeup. They're not as well known as Tarte or other makeup brands like Anastasia Beverly Hills, Too Faced, brands like that. However, they are pretty popular. They have almost 400,000 followers on Instagram. You're not gonna be able to see that, but they're pretty popular, and I just could not believe how close they decided to make this packaging. I honestly have not seen many YouTubers or like influencers comparing the two or talking about the two. It did just come out about a week ago, the Nabla concealer. It's a new release, and I ordered it the day it went out because I wanted to test it out and actually see it next to my Tarte Shape Tape and make sure I gave Nabla the benefit of the doubt. Like, maybe it wasn't on purpose, but it's just weird. It's just weird. But what we're going to do today is actually compare the two concealers. Right now I have Tarte Shape Tape under one eye and the Nabla Cosmetics Close-Up Concealer under another eye. I'm not going to tell you which yet. We played this little game back when I tested out, I think it was the Kylie Cosmetics concealer against the Tarte Shape Tape, and I let you guys guess down below in the comments which eye you think is which. I'm not sure from this far away if you'll be able to tell, but there are some pretty big differences between these two concealers, and I will get into that in the demo and in my final review. I'll also talk a little bit more about my thoughts on the packaging and everything like that in the final review, so make sure you stay through and watch until the end so that you don't miss that. But for now, let's get right on into the demo. So we are going to put these to the test. I already have my foundation on, so we're just going to go right into concealer and focus on that for today. So I'm going to do the Tarte Shape Tape on this side and the Nabla Cosmetics on this side. In Tarte Shape Tape, I use the shade Light Sand. In the Nabla Close-Up Smooth Concealer, I'm using the shade Ivory, which I believe is the lightest shade. No, Porcelain is the lightest shade, and then there's Ivory. So there is one more shade below this, which is good because I definitely wouldn't consider myself someone who would need the lightest shade. There's 9 shades in the Nabla Cosmetics one, and there is 0.14 fluid ounces. The Tarte Shape Tape has 0.338 fluid ounces, so a lot more. It is more expensive though. There are 14 shades. I think that has been expanded, so I just wanted to point that out. But let's go ahead and start applying. So I'm gonna just do this how I always apply my concealer. I apply the most there, right in the hollow of the eye, and then kind of drag down. I also normally do some right here on the chin, like across, but since we're doing half the face, I'll just do it here. I take some on the nose, forehead. Okay, and let's go in with the Nabla Cosmetics one. The applicator looks just like the Tarte Shape Tape one. This feels a little bit more creamy and more like dewy. The shade is pretty much the same. It's a little more yellow, a little like a hair deeper than the Tarte Shape Tape side, but I don't think it will even be noticeable once I blend it all out. It smells really good. Like it smells like coconut or like beach, something like beach. I don't know. And to make sure we are doing this even and fair, I have 2 brand new Real Techniques sponges that I'm going to use for my face. So there will be no transfer of product. I'm going to first blend out the Tarte side. If you guys watch my channel, you know that Tarte Shape Tape is basically the only concealer I use. So I'm really, really interested. I'm always interested to try new concealers. I have done reviews on different concealers, like the Kylie one when that came out, the Makeup Revolution one, but I always go back to Tarte Shape Tape, so I'm really interested to see how this compares. You may also notice that my concealer kind of is a lot lighter than my face makeup. It's just how I like to do it. It adds brightness, and I always go in with a bronzer and make sure my face matches my whole skin tone at the end, but I just wanted to point that out in case you are new. Don't worry if my face looks ghostly right now. Okay, so that actually blended out really nice. I feel like because the Nabla one is so much more wet and dewy, it didn't like dry up as much as the Tarte one. So right off the bat, what I'm thinking is if the Tarte Shape Tape makes you feel dry or like really dries up on you, because I have heard of that happening. Actually, someone just commented that on one of my most recent videos, and I have heard it in the past. This one might be a good alternative. So right off the bat, I really don't see a difference whatsoever. Actually, okay, let's look here at the eye area. Both kind of have creased. Other than that though, I don't know why, I think I have like a little bug bite here. What's that? They look like very, very similar. Now what I am noticing, and I don't know if you can see it, the Nabla side is starting to build up already right in my nose area, and actually just at the lightest touch right here it's coming off, whereas the Tarte side hasn't, and I think that's because again the Tarte Shape Tape is a little bit drier. It's not very dry on me, it's not drying, but the Nabla one is so liquidy and like dewy, which is nice for some people. Again, if you have a problem with your under eyes looking dry, this might be good, but it's really building up in this nose area and almost like not wanting to stick down, whereas the Tarte Shape Tape side, once you kind of pat it in place, you don't even have to set it with a powder. That's one of the claims of the Tarte Shape Tape concealer, and I would say it's definitely true. It kind of dries down to a matte finish. So the Tarte Shape Tape, once you pat it and put it in place, it doesn't really tend to build up or crack or crease, except for a little bit on the eyes, especially mine because I do have a fold. But what I'm noticing with the Nabla one is it's kind of building up right here. I already see it creasing right under my eye here. Let me show you this. So again, this is the Tarte side, this is the Nabla side. You can already see it's like doing something weird right there. Probably just again because it's so dewy, it's almost like sliding around. I'm just not used to that because with the Tarte Shape Tape I don't have to worry about setting it with a powder right away because it doesn't do that. So with the Nabla concealer I would suggest setting it with a powder right away. So I'm going to do that. Let me just zoom you guys back out. Yeah, there's definitely more creasing happening on the Nabla side. There always is a little bit for me right here with the Tarte, but there's way more happening over here. Okay, I'm going to finish off the rest of my makeup, hop back on camera, and give you my final thoughts. Okay, so this is what the concealers look like with my full face of makeup on. The Nabla Cosmetics concealer definitely isn't like a makeup ruiner. Like I wasn't very happy with it, and I think even maybe from this far away you can see, but there's like some pretty serious darkness right there that I don't feel I have under this eye as much. I mean, it's not crazy. Like I said, it's not a makeup ruiner. I'm not gonna go through today and just hate how my makeup looks because of it, but is it going to replace my Tarte Shape Tape? Definitely not. What I will say is if the Tarte Shape Tape is very drying on you, this might be a really good alternative. If you like this big doe foot applicator and you like the packaging, it's definitely a good option. Nabla Cosmetics is I think a UK brand, or it's an overseas brand. So if you are in the US, you will have to pay a little bit extra for shipping, but when all is said and done, it's still cheaper than the Tarte Cosmetics Shape Tape. However, as I already mentioned, Tarte Shape Tape one does have a lot more in it, so the Tarte one would last you a lot longer. My overall thoughts on this, I feel like I'm just like very... I don't really know why they chose to make a package so similar. It would be one thing if it was just a purple top. It's not even the purple color. The purple isn't an exact match by any means, but I think it's the fact that it's purple with a very similar kind of geometric metallic print overlay on it. And then obviously the bottom portion is basically identical. That's just what gets me, is that it's purple and metallic geometric print and it's like the same exact shape. If it was just a purple top, because I don't know if like a lot of their packaging tends to be purple, from looking at Instagram, it doesn't really seem that way. It's not like purple is a Nabla Cosmetics color. They definitely have had other releases with some metallic writing and script, but in terms of the purple, it's not like that is their brand's color from what I'm seeing on Instagram. Now again, I have not gotten anything from Nabla Cosmetics before, so I can't say for sure, but like just for instance, I don't know if you can see this. This is a picture of some of their liquid lipsticks, and these are just gold topped liquid lipsticks. It's not like this purple top is something that they do on everything. It's just crazy. Like when I pull up this picture of all of the different concealers, like I saw this and thought it was Tarte Shape Tape. So I just don't get why. Okay, and someone else even commented, is this Tarte Cosmetics? So I'm not the only one who's drawing that comparison. I am surprised that I haven't seen more YouTube videos talking about this or Instagram posts. Let me know if people have been talking about this. I specifically did a search prior to filming this video to see if anyone had kind of compared the two, and the only one I found was a video from Jay Kissa, and she basically just used the Nabla Cosmetics products. She talked about other concealers that she's used, including the Tarte Shape Tape, and briefly mentioned that the packaging is similar, but she didn't do an exact comparison of the two and didn't really go into more detail of just how similar these look in terms of packaging. I just can't get past it. It kind of bothers me. And it really has nothing to do with me even loving Tarte, because we all know Tarte has done things kind of weird. Like when they first came out with the Shape Tape foundations, there was a lot of drama about the color range. So I'm not saying like Tarte is perfect either, but it just kind of rubs me the wrong way that Nabla Cosmetics made this packaging so similar to something that is so huge right now. Like I don't know if there's been anything more hyped up than Tarte Shape Tape concealer, other than like launches from Kim Kardashian and Kylie Cosmetics, just because they're so well known. It's just kind of weird to me, and I'm not trying to offend. I have to give Nabla Cosmetics the benefit of the doubt because I have not talked to anybody there. Maybe it was not intentional at all. That definitely could be the case. But I just think, come on, how do you not know about this product and not realize that they look the same. I don't know how that could be possible. Those are my thoughts. I would love to know what you guys think of this. Please let me know down in the comments. Do you think it's kind of shady? Do you think they're not similar enough to be comparing them as much as I am? And also, what do you think about the performance of the Nabla concealer versus the Tarte Shape Tape? I would love to know what you guys think. That is all for this video. I love you all so much, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!